Okay, so my name's Josh, and in my family, we start playing sports at like a very young age. And my family thought I was gonna be very tall because my dad's 6'2", my mom's 5'4", but as you can tell, I'm extremely short. So they put me in basketball, and then as I got older, they realized that I'm still the smallest kid in the entire team. So they pushed me towards baseball. So I started playing baseball, and then now the story starts. Fast forward to 2012. I'm a freshman in high school, 14 years old, very awkward, overweight teen, and I get up, go to school, survive as much as I can, like as an introvert possibly could. So now it's sixth period, and it's sports, or more specifically baseball. And then I end up so I have my backpack, I go to class, I go to the locker room, I change, I put on my stuff, and as I'm walking through the field, I realize it's Hell Month. And I'm like, fuck. Hell Month is the month between September and October where you constantly you run, you lift weights, you get in shape. And for me, if from right here to right there, I'd run and I'd just be out of breath. I was that out of shape. So I'm walking, and then I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this. I was thinking okay, I can just casually show up for roll call and then just hide under the bleachers or do something, but I ended up just going through it, surviving as much as I could. And then he's like, okay guys, this is over. I want you guys to go back to the locker room, get your cleats, your glove, and come back to the field. So I go back, get my glove, and then my cleats, and I walk up, and my coach comes up to me. He's like, yo, hey Scott. And I'm like, hi. He's like, I want you to share your glove with Jesus today because he forgot to bring his. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna let you. This is my baby. I love it with all my heart. But I actually said was yes, of course. And so I'm pissed off, but I'm not showing it because I was scared of everyone. So I go out to the field. He's like, oh, by the way, you're running outfield drills instead of infield drills today because Jesus is he's a left fielder. And I'm like, fuck. I play third base, so you just move from side to side, not much movement. So and then outfields, you run all the time. So I go out there, and the coach is like, okay guys, when it's your turn, you're gonna stand on this side of the line, and you're gonna field. But if it's not, you're gonna stand on the opposite side, and there might be balls hit towards you guys. So I want you to this is the drill is to avoid them. When it gets hit, I'm gonna tell you guys hit down. You're gonna hit the ground, and you're gonna wait for me to tell you to get up, and you're gonna get back up. So we do that a couple times, and then we go back to fielding. It's my turn. I field a little bit, and I come back and kind of go to Jesus. He fields a little bit too. And then I'm talking to people on the line like this, casually, and all of a sudden I hear a loud bang off a bat. My coach yells, "Get down!" And as I'm getting down, all of a sudden I feel a loud bang against the left side of my head. I black out. Apparently I was out of it for 15 minutes, and when it came to, I was in the middle of doing a set in the weight room, and I was so confused about what happened in those last 50 minutes. I still can't remember what happened in those 50 minutes today. So I go to my coach, and I'm like, I have a big old bruise on the side of my head, and I'm like, did you send me to the nurse? He's like, oh no, you seem fine. Why would I send you to the nurse? I'm like, well, but can I go home? He's like, why do you want to go home? We still have an hour left. And I'm like, well, I have a really bad headache, and this is throbbing. So, and he's like, okay, I guess you can go, but come back tomorrow. So I end up going home, and I tell my mom what happened, and she's like, you're overreacting, it's fine, just put some ice on it. So I go through the rest of the week. I get sent home constantly, and because of headaches, and I couldn't handle the noise or the lights. So I ended up going to the doctor. I ended up going through a CAT scan. It turns out I had a skull fracture, and a part of my brain swelled. And I ended up getting through that. I thought it was the worst day of my life, but now I look for the good in things, and I realize it changed me for the better. So yeah.